Are we seeing signs that the Bitcoin bull run may potentially be coming to an end this week? Are the bulls struggling to regain momentum? And are we due for a plunge deep down into the crypto abyss? What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Crypto Kirby here, your cryptocurrency expert, back with another edition of the daily live stream. What is going on, my friends? Today I'd like to discuss Bitcoin and the possibility of right now us being somewhere near the top of a market cycle. We all know throughout Bitcoin's history, time and time again, we've seen these bubbles take place and then a pop in immaculate fashion. And right now, ladies and gentlemen, although it doesn't have to be, I'm going to discuss the it doesn't have to be part as well. But I am seeing signs here that are leading me to be a little bit extra cautious right now with this bull trend, because I am seeing the makings of something very similar here to what looks like a classic market cycle and a potential blow off top. So as a full-time trader, I'd like to discuss with you my strategy, my game plan, and how I plan to crush this market right now in the immediate term. So without any further ado, you guys already know the deal. If you like these daily crypto videos and nightly live streams, smack that thumbs up button, click the subscribe, tick the little bell, and let's get this crypto. Moon the likes, ladies and gentlemen. Moon them up. All right, so we'll begin with our Bitcoin technical analysis. And of course, before we begin, this is not investment advice, this is not trading advice, these are only my own opinions, ideas, and speculative hypotheses on the market. Always do your own research and your own due diligence before investing or trading, as this market is extremely high risk, and I am not your financial advisor. I will never tell you what to do with your trades or investments. Being said, let's just quickly recap with what's gone on here. Obviously, unless you've been living under a rock, you've all seen here that Bitcoin has been on a parabolic advance all the way from the depths of the low 3000s to now upwards of nearly 14K. Since then, we've had quite a pullback. I mean, if we put on our price range tool here, drag from the top to the bottom of our heinous decline, ladies and gentlemen, that is over a 25% pullback. Heinous, ludicrous, and a borderline ludicrous debacle, if you do in fact ask me. And right now, what I'm seeing is that we've recovered just a little bit, a reaction rally and a rebound, and we're trading within a range right now. And this range, my friends, has a top here from our first high on the reaction rally at roughly 12,500, and a bottom here which is being respected by the 0.236 Fibonacci retracement. That is the red line. And right now we're ping-ponging between this range, right? And this does have a little bit of concern for me for several reasons. One, this type of reaction here is what they call a relief rally, right? And what happens after immense sell-offs is you get a relief bounce. And generally, these are short-lived on low volume. And right now, this, in my opinion, fits the complete characteristic of a low-volume reaction rally, right? We had an immense climb back up. Let's use our price range tool. We drag from the bottom to our top here, a 20% reaction rally after a 25% dump to the downside, albeit the volume declined pitifully down into almost nothing throughout this entire rally up, right? So right now, for me, there is certainly a divergence on the volume. Secondly here, we did hit our golden Fibonacci extension, right? This was the 0.618 golden fib right up there at about 13,500. We hit it, we went over it just a little bit for a fake out and retraced heinously to the downside nearly immediately. So now for me, before we even hit this target, this was an area where I expected that the whole trend may top out at. I did not know that we would get there this quickly. Of course, I mean, it's very difficult to project an absolutely parabolic move such as that. But if you guys do remember and you are subscribed here, my analysis was showing that we likely were going to see a bull flag. Let's clone this over here with our extension all the way up into this region. And I mean, this is exactly where we got to, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, look at that. Absolutely beautiful before a heinous retracement. So I was under the impression that we had a large probability to get up there, but I wasn't under the impression it had to happen that quickly. either way, it doesn't really matter. We got up there that quickly. And now the problem for me here is that what we're seeing, to me, looks like it could have been a blow-off top, the euphoric stage, okay? And you guys see here how these market cycles work, right? You go through the optimism, then the belief, then the thrill, and then the euphoria, right? And right now, for me, I am starting to see a lot of euphoria. On yesterday's stream, I was pointing out this market cycle psychology here again, right? And there are so many moon boys, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, Kirby, this title is pathetic. Kirby, don't show this. You're pathetic. This is going... Crying like a bunch of degenerates, ladies and gentlemen. This, to me, is more problematic than anything else. The charts, they speak, right? And we'll continue to analyze these charts here. But you know what also speaks? These moon boys, the degenerates that buy in at the very top and then get all tribal, ladies and gentlemen, right? About their coin. Oh, Kirby, well, the fiat system, it's gonna collapse. And what do we see here, right? We get complacency, then anxiety, denial. Oh, Kirby, but Bitcoin's just the best, and it's always gonna come back. I'm gonna blow a gasket here if I continue at that pace, ladies and gentlemen. Sheesh. So let's talk about this like real human beings here, ladies and gentlemen. Put your tribalism aside. That doesn't help you as a trader, okay? If I believe that this is not going to be this market cycle, I'm gonna play it to the upside. Because I'm a trader, right? If we blow through this resistance level, then I'm going to look to speculate further to the upside. It's as simple as that. The only people that get upset here, ladies and gentlemen, when we talk about market cycles, a potential end of the rally, are those that aren't going to profit on the way down, right? They're just going to get wrecked because they don't understand how trading works. They don't want to take profit. They just wanted to click a button, buy some Bitcoins, and then watch it go to the moon and get rich overnight, right? And this is why at the top of a market cycle, as you see in the euphoria stage at the top, the quote that they have written there is, "I'm a genius, we're all gonna be rich." Because this is what the masses think, the sheep, the moon boys, and degenerates, when they click buy right at the very top and ride that wrecked city roller coaster deep down into the crypto abyss. Ladies and gentlemen, I have no problem speculating to the upside. You all know. Look at my trades here. I've been covering these trades with you all along the way, right? Shout out to my VIPs. I went long speculating to the upside from 84.17. I went long speculating to the upside from 94.14. Long to the upside from 10,945. Took profits all along the way. And then my very last of my positions long, right? My last speculative longs to the upside, I moved my stop loss up to 12,526 because I felt that if we dropped below that level, the trend may be showing signs of weakness, and I have not been long since that level right here. You all see, this is not one-sided, and if you're new to the cryptocurrency space, if you FOMO'd in at the very top, James, take it as a lesson learned, and let's be real here. Because all along this way, right, I've been speculating to the upside, right? And then these moon boys, but it's a clickbait title, Kirby. Your titles, you want a FUD, you get wrecked. Why didn't you say anything about my titles when I said we could be going to 10,000? Why didn't you say anything about the titles when we could be going to 12,000, 13,000? Why didn't you say anything then? You're the one-sided analyst, my friend, right? The moon boys are one-sided. They don't get upset at all when Don Carbonaccio posts titles that I think we could go up. But they get all upset, ladies and gentlemen, all hot and bothered when Don Carbonaccio posts that this market may be nearing the top. Although what I'm seeing right now looks awfully similar to the complacency phase here, right? We see it. The quote they have here, we just need to cool off, wait for the next rally. Right? And then you get the anxiety phase next when the next rally doesn't come. And for me, if that is the case, it's going to be a drop below this Fibonacci and a drop below our prior low here, right? If we drop below this level, ladies and gentlemen, it, in my opinion, is going to get absolutely insane, right? The market is going to likely be in absolute hysterics in here, as we would have lost the fib support. We would have potentially double topped here at about 12,500 and plunged. My friends, that in my opinion would look exactly like a market cycle here. And like I said, the big key factor here is that the golden Fibonacci extensions, are notorious for being spots that the trend retraces to and then fails again. That's why it's the golden retracement, right? Or in this case, the golden extension, just the same as trends love to pull back to these levels. And we have our golden retracement here, down here at about 7,200, right? So it would not be weird if we reverted back to that level. It also wouldn't be weird to find a top at the level that we currently did around 13,500. This is just, technical analysis theory at its finest. And then when we go over here, these moon boys, they don't even want to look at this. Shut it off, Kirby. Shut it off. That doesn't mean anything. This is just the Bitcoin CME futures, right? And we have gaps here, ladies and gentlemen. We have gaps that have not been filled. Of course, they do not need to be filled, but they, in the traditional markets, the price action does love to fill the gaps for whatever reason. And we have gaps here at 10,648 to 10,100 and another gap down here at 89.64 all the way down to 8,500. And for me, my friends, these market cycles love to return to the average, right? And for me, I see a ton of price confluence in this range right down here. So if we were to revert to that level, it wouldn't be out of the norm at all, in my opinion. As look at this, from this point up, right? This point right here, no support or resistance created at all, just a straight line up and potentially now a straight line down in a crocodile tooth pattern formation, which would bring us where? Back to a tentative support level, back to the average, which where does that fall, my friends? For me, in my opinion, is right here in this box at 89.64 to 8,500. And if we go back now to our regular price action, let's look at some Fibonacci's, okay, for areas of retracement. And what do you know, ladies and gentlemen? Ding, 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 chicken wings for dinner, tofu if you're vegan. We have our 0.5 fib right at that level. Literally right at that level, we have a Fibonacci retracement. It wouldn't surprise me at all to see the price action potentially hit this level and find support and look to then continue a healthy uptrend. The only ones that get upset here are the ones that just want to see it go to the moon. And this is very upsetting for me, guys, because right all along the way up here, I didn't see much, in terms of banter or tribalism at all here, right? And now, all of a sudden, that I'm saying, look, guys, I'm done speculating to the upside here until I see further breaks of resistance, right? Because if we break this level and break higher, of course I'm going to be speculating upwards again. What do you think? I'm crazy? Of course I would be. I'm not going to sit here and preach bear, 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 crash, crash, crash. If I don't think that that's likely, I trade either direction. I go long and I go short. For me right now, it has nothing to do with tribalism. You understand? If you get emotional like this and pick one side, that's not trading. That's called you get wrecked and caught up in emotions and bad decision making, okay? If this trend is to continue upwards, I'm going to go long again, and then the tribalism will end, right? And on the contrary, if the trend goes downwards, which I think is a possibility, the tribalism is going to pick up, and those that are typing the comments, 18 million miles an hour, Don, they're going to just get wrecked, while the traders that actually understand market movements, respect technical analysis, make proper decisions, they're going to reap all the rewards while the moon boys get stuck holding all the bags. That's just how this works, ladies and gentlemen. And like I said, right now, we are in a very neutral territory here. I'm currently awaiting to take a new position, and I am going to keep you all updated in VIP with my new positions as I take them. Every entry, every exit, every target, every take profit, etc. I post it all for you exclusively in VIP, such as like this from my long from 84.17, my long from 94.14, my long from 10,945. Then I took my profits up in the high 12,000s, moved my stop loss up, didn't get wrecked, right? Don Carbonaccio rode this parabolic express all the way up, ladies and gentlemen, all the way up. And these moon boys, they didn't. What they wound up doing was taking a trip on the Wrecked City roller coaster, buying in right at the top, and stayed in for the whole ride down. And now what's their next move? Their position? Gotta go on YouTube, gotta find everybody that says we're going down, and I gotta write a comment, and that is not a characteristic of a winning trader or a successful person in life, my friends. If the trend goes up and negates the bearish thesis, I would be more than happy to continue to speculate to the upside. But right now, I see this overhead resistance at 12,500. I see that we have a complete parabolic peak at our 0.618 Fibonacci extension. I see that we have a massive decline in the volume here on a potential reaction and relief rally amidst a parabolic blow off top. I see here that on our tweets chart, right, this is the tweets per day, throughout the last bubble in 2017, we had gradual increases in the tweet volume. Even when Bitcoin was dipping, 30, 40%, the tweets as a whole continued to rise with higher low after higher low the whole time. Now, if we zoom in over here, this is not the case, ladies and gentlemen. We don't see that type of action here over the past several months in Bitcoin. We had two peaks here, two rogue peaks, which also coincided with the very top of the price action. We aren't seeing sustained upward momentum in terms of tweets per day. And of course, this is where the tribal moon boys come back. Oh, you can't look at the tweets, Kirby. Stop telling me what I can't be looking at, okay? If you're not looking at all of this, you are so one-sided, it's ridiculous. If this was going up, do you understand that I'd be trading this to the upside as well? If this was going up, I'd be showing that it's going up. But it's not. And the fact of the matter is that I'm not going to sit here and disregard it because that's not what you want to hear. I don't care about if the Moon Boys like this stream or not, right? They don't have to like it, or they can like it. Either way, they better learn to love it because this is the best thing going inside the cryptocurrency space today. And Don Carbonaccio does not give a single thing to these Moon Boys, ladies and gentlemen. I don't give them a piece of nothing because right now, what we've got here is a neutral area of price action right now that once it breaks in either direction, we're likely going to see epic fireworks, okay? And I'm getting ready to trade here once again. The question here, ladies and gentlemen, are you going to be emotional and tribal and get wrecked here like a degenerate? Or are you going to man up, put some hair on that chest, and get this crypto? Right now, I am preparing to trade this market aggressively, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm going to be keeping you all updated in VIP with every single trade I make, every entry, every exit, every target, every take profit. I post it exclusively for you in VIP. So shout out to my VIPs and shout out to all of my new future VIPs joining VIP right after this video. I will see you in VIP right now. Let's get this crypto. The crypto fear and greed index as well, still very high here. It is good for the parabolic state of the market. If you are subscribed here, you would know that I've been saying that in order for the parabola to continue, I wanted to see the greed remain very high because the only way that a parabolic trend can continue, in my opinion, is if the greed stays high. Because what is a parabolic trend? It's overly exuberant price action that cannot be sustained, that is driven by pure greed and emotion, right? And then we have a crocodile tooth on the other side of the parabola, something just like we saw right here in 2017, right? And it creates that nice crocodile tooth. That is why that these form like that. There is no support created, there is no resistance created, and you just plunge when the price action and euphoria is gone. And that is why throughout history, we've had many market cycles that look exactly like this cheat sheet here. Capiche? So right now, for me, if this parabolic trend is coming to an end, it's not going to be... The greed is definitely going to have to go down, in my opinion. And we are starting to see a little bit of a pullback now. It's still very high, albeit that if we were going to maintain the parabola, I would have liked to see that this greed keeps pushing, staying above that 90, staying above that 85, and keep trucking along, right? And see these tweets keep moving along. But that's not been the case. In fact, since our prior peaks here, we've actually plunged very, deeply here. So the fact of the matter is that I'm going to continue to watch these metrics. I'm going to continue to play this without a bias in either direction. I told you guys right now, I'm not in any position. I'm not long or short. I'm awaiting for a high reward, low risk trade setup to present itself with a break of the resistance, with volume confirmations, right? I'm waiting here like a ninja in the shadows, ready to strike when I see the opportunity presents itself. Unfortunately, guys, we're at the point here where many are going to get wrecked, and many are also going to thrive and prosper here. Personally, I'm preparing to be the one to thrive and prosper, and I am going to keep you all up to date with my plans in VIP. If you fail to plan, then your plan is to fail. Don Carbonaccio does not fail to plan. Don Carbonaccio plans to succeed. And I know that these streams are tough love here, ladies and gentlemen, but you have to understand, sometimes the only way for me to get across what I'm trying to say here is by the tough love. Because what winds up happening, guys, is that I'll get the comments later. Oh, Don, I used to not like you, Don, and I used to see your videos and I'd give him a thumbs down and then 6 months later, Don, I really got a lot of respect for you now. After all this time, I just should have given your videos some more respect all this time ago, but instead I got wrecked. This is what happens, ladies and gentlemen, when you pick one side or the other. You shouldn't just be watching analysis that's bullish only, that says we're going to the moon. You shouldn't watch analysis that says we're only going down to $1,000 a coin. You should be watching all of it. You should be remaining unbiased, because the only way to crush this market is to remove yourself from your emotions. Remain unbiased in one direction or the other, and prepare to take a play, long or short, depending upon your hypothesis, bullish thesis or bearish thesis, to crush it and get this crypto. For me right now, ladies and gentlemen, we are ready for an immense move here. Either, in my opinion, we're going to see a potential market cycle play out here, soon. I mean, this is why I said this week, question mark, in the title, because if we are going to get something that looks like the market cycle cheat sheet here, I think that we will more so, the higher probability is that we'll find out within the week or so if we're going to lose these levels of support here and look for a complete retracement down to potentially that 0.5 fib area is just one area of interest for me. That gap fill on the futures chart, etc., etc. I believe we'll see it here sooner rather than later. And the fact is that if we negate that, which is totally possible, right? We negate the bearish thesis and we see a rip back up above the 12,500 and then back to all new yearly highs, then I think that's probably going to happen within the next week here as well. So for me right now, huge week ahead, gigantic opportunities looming here in the shadows, ladies and gentlemen. Personally, I'm ready to speculate on them in both directions. Either way it breaks, Don Carbonaccio is getting ready to strike upon it like a cobra out of the grass, crush it, and get this crypto. So guys, I will be keeping you all up to date with my trades in real time to the absolute second that I make my trades, formulate my strategies, plot my entries, take my profits, etc., etc. I'm going to be posting it all for you in VIP. Don't be left out in the cold, my friends. It's time to crush this market. It's time to get this crypto. It's time to transform yourself from average Joe into savage Joe. Let's get this crypto. I will see you all in VIP right now. Shout out to my new future VIPs joining VIP right now after this video. I will see you in VIP right now. And until next time, my friends, if you could one last time, moon up the likes, moon them up, smash those thumbs, click the subscribe button, tick the little bell, and let's get this crypto. Tough love here today. But in my opinion, sometimes the tough love is necessary to get my point across. And I hope you all appreciate and respect that, as that is what sometimes I need to provide here. All right. So until next time, my friends, I'll see you all in VIP right now. Shout out to my new future VIPs joining VIP right now after this video. I will see you all in VIP right now. And until next time, be safe, be happy, be healthy. It's your boy, Crypto Kirby. Peace and love, my friends. Curbs.